I'd like to think it was Gino D'Acampo, because I get told I look like him. The Italian thief. Hey, I cook the pasta, I steal your things.
What have people been talking about over the last week? What do you think, Natalie?
The guy who did the nearly marathon full skydive thing.
The guy who did the nearly marathon thing,
Well, it was 24 miles, wasn't it?
Well, it was,
so it's
yeah,
nearly a marathon, isn't it?
It was 23 miles up, though. That's not... I mean, traditionally how a marathon is run.
I know, but it's the same, near the mileage.
Like that. You just dropped me from 26 miles. I reckon I'll break the world record as well. Yeah, like that. Suck on that, Paula Radcliffe. I don't mean that. When I first see it, it's... Because there's so much Cockney on that side. Do you know what I nearly said then? When I seen he done it. And that's because
When I seen he done it.
When I seen he done a thing out of the sky, I was like, fucking hell. When I
saw he done it.
When I saw what he done fell out of the sky and ting.
Biggest sign you're lonely?
I always say, Jimmy, you're never alone with a good offer.
I'm sorry we're asking this question, but yeah, biggest sign you're lonely. What?
I'm fine. There's a big difference between being alone and being lonely, all right? So, sometimes I'm on my own, and I'm all right. I'm all right! Wish everyone would stop asking me and just come round and ask me.
Is the biggest sign you're lonely setting up multiple accounts on Match.com and then asking yourself out on a date? I know someone who did that.
John? OK. What do you think?
Just sitting in the pub reading your own book quietly in the corner there, you know.
I'm going to give you a point for that, because the biggest sign that you're lonely is drinking alone.
Fuck off.
What was that, John? Did you hear that?
That was instantaneous, that reaction. One of the coolest things you can do.
The most depressed I've ever been was my flatmate was loudly having sex while I was downstairs washing up the 2 champagne glasses that he'd just drunk from.
Sounds like something from John's life.
I hope you shooed them upstairs as well. Now, I need to do this washing up. You go.
When I went to visit my dad, he and his girlfriend had one CD in his bedroom, and it was the soundtrack to Cats. And he ruined one of my favorite musicals, because when they would bang, they would just drown it out by playing that music.
It's a horny soundtrack as well, isn't it, Cats? And they all say, oh, well, I never a cat so clever as magical masters.
Why have they had to set the date for 2014? Why can't they do it earlier than that?
Bannockburn!
They've got to give me...
I think John's ordering cake.
It's the 700th anniversary of the Battle of Bannockburn.
Bannockburn!
Right.
This is one of the only 2 battles Scotland's ever won.
Most annoying thing about sharing a house?
Oh,
it's your specialist subject,
yeah.
Jesus. If anyone needs to be anywhere in the next half hour...
It's me, innit? It's genuinely me. Trying to live in a house like, tin foil, well, yeah, I'll buy it then. It's buzzing around like a little bee. I'm a penis to live with.
I did see your documentary on OCD, and you did look annoying.
I saw that show. I thought it was a bit of a mess. All over the place. I really like it.
Have you been sitting on that joke all summer?
Yes.
I like all the stuff about parties. I like doing a big shop and putting loads of nibbles out. And then this is true, I genuinely realise I haven't really invited anyone. Because I don't really like people in my house. It's that bit when you go to text people and you just think, oh, I don't like you. I don't mind you, but not in my house.
If I invite you, I'll have to invite him.
Yeah, and you'll bring your girlfriend and touch each other and talk about it. Come to my house and fiddle in my conservatory, not on my snacks. You want to be in love, you stay at home and cater for yourself. Bloody travelling chef for your sex games.
Don't put that on the invite, though. Would you ever dress up?
Yeah?
What's your... Name one of your costumes.
Oh, not for Halloween. That's my Tuesday parties. I dress up like a chef sometimes when I'm cooking tea. Because I've got my old chef's outfits.
John's confusing sitting at home on his own with a dinner, with a party. That's what John thinks a party is. Having some food and a drink.
I'm interested in this when you dress up as a chef. I mean, is that just to cook your tea?
Dressing up like
What do you
Gino
put on the
D'Acampo.
full...
I've got the check pants and the white thing and the apron and a little hat. And sometimes I think, do you know what? I'm going to be in here all day. Just get a bottle of wine out.
All day doing Finder's crispy pancakes? It takes half an hour.
My only fear is dying in the middle of it and getting found. Because obviously that would look ridiculous.
If someone came to the door.
Never happened.
Coolest job?
Window cleaner. It's that bit when you know when the window's all... They've sponged it all and it's all messy and then they get the squeegee. Imagine a round window, get right round it like that.
Look at his face!
What about at the beginning when they toss the whole bucket all over the window?
Oh, nice big window like that, excuse me.
Oh, it's filthy, that window, John. It's filthy. There's grimes been caked on there for months.
Dribbling down at the sides.
Oh, yeah. It's getting down onto the window below, and that's even dirtier.
Oh, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it.
So, are you looking forward to Halloween? Yes or no? What do you think?
Well, it's a Wednesday this year as well, so you can't even have a party, really.
Why can't you have a party on
Well,
Wednesday?
you could, but it wouldn't be a very good one.
You ain't never been to one of my Wednesday parties.
John, can we get you to stand up as well?
Let's give Rico a bit of a humiliating of an evening.
I'm the freak in this equation.
But if I wanted to chat in a bar, I would take a friend whose opinions I respected. I wouldn't sidle up to an
I can see the flaw
alcoholic.
in that plan. John, imagine you were in a bar with Rachel. How would you start a conversation?
Where'd you get all those bags of ham? Can't believe we're finally talking. I've been following you for fucking years.
What are you doing there, out of interest?
Just
driving
walking
an
a dog.
old-fashioned tram. Forklift. John's in a forklift. She's in Lidl. He's stacking the shelves in Lidl.
I bet you don't cry a lot. You're a proper
I
man,
knew you were
John.
going to say that. I do sometimes cry when bad things happen, yeah.
Like the mug in the cupboard's not quite right for you.
The handle's facing the wrong way. I don't like it.
I like it when the handle's moved. When the handle's moved, that means I've had visitors. Let me see if I can still smell them on it. People don't like sensitive men, do they? Women don't, do they?
No, not really, I don't think.
Supposed to say like, oh yeah, everyone's dead. Lol.
Yeah, I've written a book, yeah.
An autobiography.
No, God, no. If I've learnt anything, it's the less that people know about me, the better. No, just a book about jokes.
About jokes?
Yeah, not an amazing. It's not as good as this book. What expression are you making now? What were you shooting for?
Oh, this world.
It looks like a nice sort of pre your lip transplant. That was before you had lips.
What it is I'm actually too tight to pay for a photo shoot, so that's when someone else was having one, and just before he took the picture, I sucked
You photobombed someone else's photo.
That's exactly what it looks like. I'll just read you a small little passage. When I think about it now, the thought of my bony white body pressed up against hers and her having to tolerate my wet breath against her neck, it's a wonder to me that she was never sick into my face. Some self-esteem issues there, John.
It's one of those kiss and tell books where nobody gets kissed, but I tell anyway.
What's the last sentence?
The last sentence.
Oh, the last chapter's lovely.
Here's to many more years on the hunt. Oh, what do you think, John? Do you like being the centre of attention?
I like to be the centre of a tension.
That is different.
Go to people's house parties and just spread shit. Get the woman on her own in the kitchen and just go, I've been talking to Mark, he says it's not going very well. I think you should go and have a word with him about it in front of everyone. Down the wine first, finish your wine, love, then get in there and have it out with him. That sort of thing I like, just standing back going, I did this, all this.
You know, there's strength in numbers, and I think those siblings should unite. David and Ed Miliband, they're always pitting them against each other. Just be as one, like Jedward. They could call themselves like Dave Ed, and they could have some style. You know, they could wear like Milla bandanas and throw back Milla banter, and they could really spice it up.
They all look like people who, when they come out of the conference, they still leave their little lanyards on when they get into the hotel. Even though they know, there's a point on the train where they think, well, I'm not at the conference anymore, I should take this off. And I thought, this will be an interesting conversation starter in the bar. So, I see you've got a landlord. Yes, I've been at the Labour Party conference. Take it off, you dick. You're not there anymore. It's like they're festival, like they wear them all year. Like, yeah, I've got all my festivals. Yeah, I went to all the conferences. I'm pretty important. Are you really?
You know that's all happened in your head.
Yeah.
None of that happened. You're so annoyed with a man on a train that you've imagined who's left his badge on.
You've just
that hasn't
created
happened.
this. No, it's just classic. Nobody does that.
They do.
Nobody's bothered about any. Of all the things to get annoyed about, it's not like, and he didn't take his laminate off. Also, just a bastard. You left it on.
I genuinely believe, like, there's times when you're on a train and you see someone with their little thing hanging out and you think, oh, you want me to ask what that is?
No.
It was the same during the Olympics when they all had their caps on and their bags and they're like, yeah, I'm helping make the Olympics happen. Well, you're on a train now. It's not happening here, is it?
Are you having...
You're having a go at all the Olympic volunteers. That's what John's doing.
I'm not having a go at the ones who were volunteers outside.
Could you do me a favour?
Yes.
Could you do me a favour? Could you put away your gold medals? Because
I'm sorry.
it's over now and it's boring John.
Yeah.
Because John doesn't like it when people remember nice things they've been to.
I don't like
There he is, killing joy.
I went to the Paralympics and I had my laminate. And I went for a meal, I went for lunch before,
You leave it on?
Well, the day before I'd forgotten it, so I thought I'll put it on, I'll put my coat over it, that's fine. Took my coat off to eat, and then the guy came over and he said, oh, what's that? And I said, oh... He said, what's that? And I said, oh, I've got to be at the Paralympics in an hour. And he said...
It's an interesting story, actually. I've got to be at the Paralympics. No, you're right, John, it is annoying, yeah.
If he'd taken his laminate off and lost it, he couldn't get in. The reason they keep it on is that's how they get in to do their job.
You left it on so that he would ask and you go, sorry, I'm doing a bit of TV work, apparently. It's really boring, but if you could bring the food quickly, because it's got to be on TV in like an hour, so anyway. Working at the Paralympics, yeah, it's pretty boring. I'm sorry you asked me about it. With your girlfriend as well, with your little lanyard and your girlfriend. And,
That's the real issue. People with laminates have relationships.
Yeah, I was just wearing a laminate in a bar. She just came up to me and said, what's that? Oh, God, yeah, I didn't even know I had it. It's massive and it's really heavy. And when I took my coat off, I thought, oh, bloody laminate, I'll leave it on. What's that? It's just a laminate that points down at my penis. I've got a penis. Maybe you want to touch it and be my boyfriend.